It should have been me. When Liv Morgan looked into those eyes of Dominik Mysterio and locked those luscious lips onto his face and gave him the most passive smooch in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment. Damn it, it should have been me that got in that kiss. It should have been me!
Liv Morgan fans, Rhea Ripley fans, Dominik Mysterio fans, or even if you're not a fan of either of these three and you're just on the outside looking in, man, we're certainly in for something now with this feud between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Because, yeah, the ending to Monday Night Raw was certainly something that had everybody talking, whether it was good or bad. What's going on, everyone? It's DylanLasagna here with another video here on Very Cold Lasagna. And if anything, by that ending that we got on Monday Night Raw a couple days ago, it confirmed that Liv Morgan is a freak. She is a freak, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously. That ending sealed with the kiss. Mwah. It certainly was one of the most interesting and craziest endings to Raw since, I believe, when The Rock whooped Cody Rhodes' ass like 2 weeks prior to WrestleMania, and then the segment with Raw to start the year when Jinder Mahal was there, and then The Rock unexpectedly showed up to tease what was supposed to be a match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to start off the year. And then obviously now with this ending with Liv Morgan kissing Dirty Dom, it certainly sets up something major when Rhea Ripley comes back from her injury. So kind of crazy when you think about it. When we had the events prior to this, I mean, if you didn't catch all the context clues, and for all the filthy casual fans out there, I mean, it can be a chore to pick up on, and I can't blame you. So for all the events that led up to this, they were very subtle about it, and some may find it's right to do so, and some others may be like, oh, can you just make it clear already? But either way, Rhea Ripley basically lost her Women's World Championship. She had to surrender it because, well, Liv Morgan storyline injured her, but like in that attack that she had a month prior, during that attack, Rhea Ripley actually got injured. She injured her shoulder, and they played it off in a sense that, oh, it's payback for what Rhea did to Liv several months prior, like 10 months prior to what Rhea did to Liv. Which, you know, in a sense, makes sense. Liv did get her revenge on Rhea by, quote-unquote, injuring her. So Rhea has to relinquish her Women's World Championship that she held for a year after WrestleMania. And then here comes the pieces of what's going to be beginning the actual Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, or as I like to say, the Rebuild Tour, because she had been picking up multiple major L's prior to what's going to be happening now. So she confronts Dominik before her battle royale for the Women's World Title. She also walks away from like a backstage area, and Dominik follows her during an interview with Jey Uso. And then about a month later, she also finds herself caught in 4K, although not really, in the same car as Finn Balor just before Raw. And then the clues slowly start to openly pick up when she's found talking to JD McDonough, or as I like to call him, JD McDonald's, or JD McDoofyhead, or JD McDonuts, when he was trying to hide out from Braun Strowman, who had been chasing him all night. So Damian Priest finally clears the elephant in the room and, yeah, basically says, oh, like you guys are talking with Liv? And then, yeah, JD pretty much says, oh, we're just saying that, oh, you're not going to hold that title for very long. So that basically opens the air for Damian Priest is onto something. He's clearly onto something. There's something clearly going on, like an airplane or something. But anyway, as I try to talk over that airplane, or whatever is like flying over in the background. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Damian Priest knows something is going on with Liv Morgan and trying to make her way into the Judgment Day. He also kind of looks at Finn Balor he knows a sneaking suspicion. But that leads to the main part of the night, the main event between the new Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan, defending her newly won title against the former champion, Becky Lynch, inside of a steel cage match to assure that there would be no shenanigans, whether accidental or not, and ensure a clean fight. Yeah, where have we heard that before with a steel cage match? Huh? But despite the steel cage, there would be some bloodline-like shenanigans. So out comes Dominik Mysterio to unlock the cage for Becky Lynch to try and help her like he tried to do at King and Queen in the Ring. But once again, Becky, her stubborn ass, just didn't want to do it. So here comes Finn Balor and JD McDonald's to come out and tell Dom to get the hell out of there. But Dom, he just wanted to make things right. And out comes Braun Strowman to go and get JD McDonald's for what he did earlier in the night with the steel chair. So he goes on the Strowman Express, and while he's trying to chase JD McDonald's, he accidentally hits Dominik Mysterio, and by doing so, Dominik Mysterio runs into the steel cage, and it whacks Becky Lynch by accident, knocks her out, and that allows Liv Morgan to escape the cage and keep her Women's World Championship. So as she's celebrating, as she's crying that she kept her Women's World Championship, she's getting ready to walk back to the back. And as she's doing so, she notices Dominik, and she looks at him, and he looks at her. She looks at him, he looks at her. So Dominik's all pissed that he couldn't, once again, get Mommy's Women's World Championship back, aka Rhea Ripley, via Becky Lynch. So he's pissed at Liv. Liv is just like all enamored by Dominik for some reason. And she gets closer and closer and closer. And you know what that means. She wants that stash. She wants that stash. Smooch on the lips. And her freaky ass certainly did. She went all deadlocked in the lips. Dominik's trying to resist the lips, even with his one arm in a sling. You know, he's still injured. But Liv was deadlocked, trying to smooch him. She even gave him a little tongue action. And then one more big smooch on the lips on that stash. And that was your ending the Raw. Liv giving a kiss heard around the world, but not really because USA Network's dumbass cut the feed. So we didn't get that ending here. So the show ends with Liv giving Dominik a big, passionate kiss that Rhea Ripley never gave to Dominik. So clearly, my opinion, this is certainly some mind games being played by Liv rather than actual love triangle, a romantic story, because I hope it doesn't go to a romantic story, because that would be really stupid. That it has to be that way. Like, we don't need to have it go there. We don't need to go into a custody of Dominik kind of thing. But either way, certainly something to keep a track of as we get closer to the return of Rhea Ripley. For as much as I'm not a fan of Rhea, I think that this feud can certainly do all three of them a bunch of favors, especially Liv Morgan, because she's really coming into her own as this slowly but surely character of a kind of master manipulator, like an AJ Lee, kind of like an Edge. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in the coming weeks. The story is certainly not over yet, especially after that the kiss not heard around the world because USA Network's dumbass cut the feed. But yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on that kiss, that freaky kiss by freaky Liv Morgan. I'm just kidding. That kiss was certainly something. That kiss was certainly one that had everyone talking. But I'm certainly interested to see where it goes. Will Liv make her way into the Judgment Day? Will she take control of it? Or will she just infiltrate her way to cause a lot of tension that eventually results in the end of the group? And when Rhea gets back, the Judgment Day is no more. And that sets off Rhea so much that she's like deadlocked to go after Liv by any means necessary. But either way, it makes Rhea the villain of this whole story anyway, because she's been making life hell for Liv Morgan since her own betrayal in 2022. So in essence, Liv is just returning the favor. She's the true hero in all this because she's been the whole victim this time around. So I don't know what you all are getting with Rhea being the babyface in all this, when Liv Morgan is the true hero. She's been the victim. She's been victimized by Rhea this whole time. So she's just basically returning the favor. But I'd like to know your thoughts on that kiss, that mwah by Liv on Dominik this past Monday on Raw. So let's have a discussion about it in the comments below. But until then, keep that lasagna very cold in the fridge with your takes on the world of sports. And as always, peace out.